It started with a $40 late fee, a simple frustration that ignited a revolution. What if returning movies wasn't a chore, but a thing of the past? In a world ruled by giant video rental chains, one man dared to imagine something different, something faster, smarter, unstoppable. This is the untold story of Netflix, how a crumpled receipt became the spark that changed the way we watch stories, forever. It starts with a man holding a crumpled receipt and a number, 40, as in $40. That was the late fee Blockbuster charged him for a copy of Apollo 13. It's the late 90s, Los Gatos, California, and Reed Hastings is standing in a blue and yellow lit lobby, trying not to lose his temper. He's an engineer, a thinker, a math guy, but right now, all he can think about is how ridiculous this feels. $40 for forgetting to return a VHS tape. Reed drives home, seething, the receipt still warm in his hand. But that frustration doesn't dissipate. It simmers, grows, and by the time he pulls into his driveway, he's thinking less about that tape and more about a question. What if movies didn't need to be returned at all? There was no lightning strike, no eureka moment, just a small persistent irritation that refused to go away. Reed Hastings, who had recently sold his software company for a cool $750 million, was looking for his next challenge. And then, like a plot twist no one saw coming, the late fee becomes the spark. He partners with Mark Randolph, a marketing guy with a nose for ideas. They begin to talk, then sketch, then build. In April 1998, out of a dusty office in Scotts Valley, California, Netflix is born. But it's not Netflix as we know it. There's no streaming, no binge watching, no autoplay countdown. It's a DVD rental service, online only, where customers order discs that arrive by mail in bright red envelopes. A simple promise, no late fees, ever. In the beginning, almost no one believes in it. Studios scoff, analysts dismiss it. Blockbuster, king of Friday nights with 9,000 stores across America, doesn't even blink. But Reed and Mark keep going. They build algorithms to suggest movies. They tweak packaging to make returns easier. They obsess over user experience. Still, the cash bleeds. In their first year, they lose millions. Reed sinks in $2.5 million of his own money. Friends say he's crazy. But something is shifting. By 2000, the DVD market is exploding. People are buying players and Netflix is growing fast. Then, in a move that will echo through Silicon Valley lore, Reed Hastings walks into Blockbuster headquarters in Dallas with an offer. Buy Netflix for $50 million. Blockbuster laughs them out of the room. That moment, brutal, dismissive, arrogant, marks a turning point. Reed walks out not defeated, but electrified. If Blockbuster won't join them, Netflix will beat them. They double down, refine the subscription model, launch a feature called The Queue. Users rank what they want to watch, and DVDs arrive accordingly. Customers love it. Word spreads. Netflix becomes a verb. Then, in 2007, it happens. Streaming. After years of whispering about bandwidth and data compression, the infrastructure is finally ready. On a cold January morning, Netflix flips a switch. Now, for the first time, users can watch movies instantly. No envelopes, no mail, just click and play. It sounds simple now, but back then, it was revolutionary. Most people still have DSL internet. Smartphones are rare. YouTube is barely 2 years old. But Netflix sees the future. They invest heavily in servers, licensing, and tech. They sacrifice short-term profit for long-term vision. And then, one by one, the dominoes fall. Blockbuster declares bankruptcy in 2010. Netflix subscribers pass 20 million in 2011. In 2013, they make their own show. House of Cards premieres on February 1st and nothing is the same again. A political thriller starring Kevin Spacey, released all at once. No weekly episodes, no commercials. The industry watches in horror and awe as viewers inhale the show in a single weekend. It's not just a hit, it's a statement. Netflix isn't just delivering content, it is the content. The floodgates open. Orange is the New Black, Stranger Things, The Crown. Billion-dollar originals produced faster than networks can comprehend. They expand globally, translate interfaces, build local content in dozens of languages. All the while, data drives everything. What you watch, when you pause, when you give up on a show. It's all tracked, analyzed, and fed into a machine that knows you better than your best friend. But growth comes with shadows. In 2019, they lose The Office and Friends, two of their most watched shows, as rival studios launch streaming platforms of their own. Suddenly, the house Netflix built has competitors on all sides. Disney+, HBO Max, Peacock. The war for eyeballs begins. Content budgets balloon, licensing costs skyrocket. Netflix responds the only way it knows how, by going bigger. In South Korea, they bankroll a surreal violent series called Squid Game for $21 million. It becomes the most watched show in Netflix history. In Germany, Dark wins awards. In Spain, Money Heist becomes a global phenomenon. No longer just an American company, Netflix is now a cultural juggernaut in every corner of the world. But even juggernauts stumble. By 2022, subscriber growth slows. Password sharing eats into margins. Stock prices tumble. Analysts question the business model. Reed Hastings, stoic, methodical, steps down as CEO in early 2023. A new chapter begins. And yet, even now, Netflix remains a symbol. Not of movies, not even of streaming, but of reinvention. Of burning the old to build the new. Of taking something as trivial as a $40 late fee and turning it into a revolution. Because in the end, this isn't just the story of a company, it's the story of a bet. One man's quiet fury turned into an idea so powerful, it changed the way the world watches stories. Forever.